If eating more protein were the answer, we would be seeing a lot fewer women struggling with constipation, fatigue, and stubborn weight loss. Protein is literally everywhere right now. Protein cereal, protein cookies, protein pasta, protein milk. Protein is being fortified in basically everything. And yet, so many women are still dealing with constipation, bloating, poor sleep, and concerns about their bone and hormonal health. Hi, and welcome back. My name is Amanda, registered dietitian and mom of two, and I love helping families make nutritious meals taste amazing. And this is why I wanted to make this video. Because while the message to eat more protein has become incredibly mainstream, especially for women, it made me stop and ask the question, have we been hyper-focusing on protein while missing the bigger picture? Because the reality is, most North Americans are meeting or close to meeting their basic protein needs, yet these symptoms persist. So if protein isn't the missing piece, what is? In my practice, I see 3 common dietary mistakes that women make when protein becomes the main focus. And let me be clear here, I am not anti-protein, but women's bodies are extremely sensitive to underfueling, low fiber intake, and nervous system stress. When protein crowds out these fundamentals, it can quietly work against you. This first mistake is one I see all the time, and it's women eating high protein but not enough food overall. So this can look like replacing a meal with a protein shake or cutting carbs aggressively while hitting protein targets. On paper, it's disciplined, but in the body, it often feels like fatigue, stalled weight loss, poor workout recovery, and feeling wired but tired. And here's the key point. Protein cannot compensate for chronic underfueling. If your body doesn't feel adequately fed, it shifts into a stress response. Stress hormones rise, sleep gets lighter, digestion slows, and fat loss becomes harder, not easier. So if fat loss becomes harder the more disciplined you are, it often isn't because you need more protein. It's because your body is underfed. The second mistake is focusing so much on protein that fiber and carbohydrates quietly disappear. And this is where constipation can show up, especially in women. When fiber intake drops, gut motility slows. When food volume drops, digestion slows. Bowel movements become less frequent and harder to pass. Constipation often isn't just a gut issue. It's a sign that the body is slowing down. And digestion is closely tied to the nervous system. If you're under eating or overly restrictive, your body stays in a mildly stressed state. So if you are eating a lot of protein, but feeling bloated or backed up, the solution isn't to add more protein. Rather, it may be to add more fiber-rich plants, eat enough carbohydrates, and having regular, consistent meal times. The third mistake is expecting protein to fix everything, especially during perimenopause. In this stage of life, shifts in estrogen changes how our body responds to insulin, how quickly our bone turns over, how well our muscles respond to training, and how resilient our nervous system is to stress. Protein absolutely supports muscle and bone, but it doesn't work in isolation. For muscle and bones to respond, protein needs the right environment. So adequate calcium and vitamin D for bone remodeling, vitamin K2 and magnesium for proper bone mineral placement, and resistance training to give muscle and bones a reason to adapt. When protein is seen as a solution and not part of the system, women can eat enough protein yet still see declines in their muscle strength and bone density. So instead of hyper-focusing on protein, let's go back to basics. Let's focus on having regular meal times, eating enough food, including a mix of protein and fiber-rich plants, and finally, eating in a calm, unrushed way. Digestion isn't just about what you eat. It's also about how you eat. For your body to properly digest and absorb nutrients, it needs to be in the parasympathetic or rest and digest state. When meals are rushed, distracted, or eaten on the go, your body stays in fight or flight and digestion slows. So if you're constantly battling bloating, it might be worth looking at not only your food choices, but at your eating habits. So here's what I recommend. For the next 7 days, stop chasing protein numbers. Instead, focus on eating 3 balanced meals in a day and pay attention to changes in your digestion, sleep, energy, and how you feel overall. Because when your body feels fed and supported, it's much easier to maintain muscle, protect bone, and lose weight sustainably. Thank you so much for watching. And if you like this video, please share with a friend. And until next time, relish every bite.